No matter who you are or what your budget is, I promise this video will teach you how to get into a lounge on your next trip. By far the easiest way to make your next travel experience more enjoyable is by gaining access to an airport lounge either before or in between your flights. I can't tell you how relieving it is to know every time I have a layover or a flight delay, I'm able to sit in a comfortable chair, have a glass of wine and some food, or even take a nap or a shower. Lounges truly take the stress and discomfort out of the airport experience. But this leads to the question, how can you get into the lounge? Well, I'm here to say once and for all, you don't need to be a wealthy business person, a celebrity, or even be flying first class to experience the luxury of airport lounges. And in today's video, I'll run you through every single way you can gain access to a lounge, and I promise you there's an option in here for anyone on any budget. So, not all lounges are built the same, and it's important to first note that airport lounges vary significantly in what they offer. Some lounges, such as the Amex Centurion lounges and the Air France La Première lounge in Paris, are luxurious with unlimited buffet meals and a la carte dining, sometimes even spas or speakeasy bars. Now, it may surprise you to hear that I'm not in a hotel room right now. I'm actually in an airport lounge. This is the Swiss first class lounge in Zurich, where you can get a whole bedroom overlooking the tarmac to sleep in while waiting for your flight. And the benefits don't end there. You'll also find private showers, a champagne bar, an a la carte restaurant, workstations with Wi-Fi and power outlets, an outdoor terrace, and more. Now, most other lounges aren't as luxurious and might just be simple rooms with a TV and snacks for purchase, or even just a small cafe type space such as the Plaza Premium Domestic Lounge in Vancouver or the Air Canada Cafe in Toronto. Now, the length of time that you're allowed to stay in the lounge can also vary based on the location, and the quality can differ significantly even among lounges in the same country or network. Now, most airports will have multiple lounges to choose from, so always do your research on which lounge is your best option and which offers the most amenities that are important to you. Later on in this video, we'll talk about an app that lets you compare all these things and make the right lounge choice every time. Now, it's also important to note, contrary to popular belief, airport lounges don't typically have a strict dress code. You'll often see travelers in casual attire, which makes lounges accessible to everyone regardless of their travel style. This dispels the myth that lounges are reserved only for business travelers or those in formal attire. Now, let's not waste any more time and dive into the different ways anyone can get into a lounge. By far the easiest way to access a lounge that anyone can do is simply pay a one-time entry fee. That's right, you can just pay to go into the lounge. Most airport lounges, such as those run by Priority Pass, Plaza Premium, and Dragon Pass, now offer pay-per-use entry, generally ranging from $25 to $75 per visit. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to get it for cheaper in just a second. This can be a cost-effective option for infrequent travelers, and I typically recommend going through an app called Lounge Buddy to find and pay for lounge access, but I'd also recommend creating a free account with Regus, which can provide a free Dragon Pass membership. What's a Dragon Pass membership? Well, it's basically a subscription that lets you get into lounges at a reduced rate. You typically have to pay for a Dragon Pass membership in order to get those reduced rates, but by signing up for a free Regus account, you're given a membership free of charge. And this is a simple little hack to save on those one-time entry fees. Now, one-time passes are great for beginners, but most experienced travelers never use these. Instead, they tend to get free access from their credit cards. Many credit cards offer lounge access as a key benefit of choosing their card. For instance, the Platinum card from American Express in both Canada and the US provides unlimited access to over 1,200 lounges worldwide, including the American Express Global Lounge Collection and Priority Pass Select Lounges. Other cards like the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite in Canada provide 6 lounge visits per year at a lower annual fee of $139, or you've also got the Chase Sapphire Reserve or Capital One Venture X among US cards to choose from as well. There's a ton of other cards out there that offer different levels of access for different price points catered towards different types of travelers. And we've got a whole video on our favorite cards of the year that you can watch after this. And for a more personal experience, I'd also recommend going through our website that connects you with the best credit card, or you can book a points consulting call to get one-on-one advice for your specific situation. Links to all of that below. Now, the next most common way to access a lounge is by flying with most airlines in a premium class of service, which will automatically give you lounge access before your flight. This might seem like the most expensive option, but if you're able to use points to book your ticket, the lounge is just another free bonus. If you want to see an incredible example of this, check out my video on flying Qatar Airways first class on points, where I got to visit one of the world's highest rated lounges in Doha without spending the $10,000 price tag for a first class ticket. High frequent flyer status on certain airlines can also provide lounge access as well, and this requires accumulating a certain level of points or miles through frequent flying. For example, if you have Aeroplan 50K status or above with Air Canada, then you get unlimited access to Air Canada's Maple Leaf lounges as well as Star Alliance Gold lounges around the world. Again, we've got lots of videos to talk about how to climb the status ladder, so make sure to check those out if you're interested. Now we get to some of the more niche ways to get lounge access. Many airlines like United or Emirates offer lounge memberships that provide members access to their lounges. These memberships typically command an annual fee, but some airlines allow you to redeem your points towards these memberships or offer them at a discount if you have high frequent flyer status. Now this next one is only available if you're based in the United States, and it won't apply to most people, but for those that it does apply to, it's valuable to mention. Active military members can access certain airport lounges for free. For instance, United Club offers free access to active duty military members flying United on the same day, and there's also other programs like the USO that operates many airport lounges in the US that are free to military personnel. And our final option, if all else fails or you don't want to join the military just to get lounge access, is to join someone else who has access to the lounge. This is fantastic for those traveling as a couple and say you don't wish to both sign up for the credit card options we had listed before. The guest policies and fees vary among the credit cards in lounges. You'll find that some cards allow you to bring your guests in for free, like the Amex Platinum card, while for others, like the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite, it might take up one of your access allotments for the year. If you have elite status with an airline, then typically you can bring one guest into the lounge with you, although if you're traveling as a business class passenger, then oftentimes it's just access for yourself and you don't actually get a guest entitlement with it. Again though, it'll vary depending on the airline, so make sure to double check the rules. Now, if you'd like to meet new friends who can help you get into airport lounges, or just new friends to share your travel stories with, or exchange tips on traveling the world on points, then you'll definitely want to come to our flagship event in April 2024, the Travel Summit, presented by Marriott Bonvoy. The Travel Summit is the #1 event for elevating your travel, and it's where you'll get to hear from the most brilliant minds in travel and learn all of the best travel tips, tricks, and strategies in an in-person setting. We've got 28 breakout sessions over 4 tracks across an entire weekend, plus a Friday night banquet, a Saturday night evening party, lunch included on both days, a range of exciting giveaway prizes, and so much more. The event is on April 26th to 28th, 2024, and there's only about 4 months to go, so make sure to get your tickets now, and I'll see you at the Travel Summit in Toronto. If you're unsure about your access to a lounge, it never hurts to ask. You might find out that your ticket or one of your credit cards grants you free access, or you might be offered lounge access as an affordable add-on to your ticket. Along the same lines as that, when you're in the lounge, feel free to ask the lounge staff for additional services or items, such as specific drinks or dietary needs that might not be openly displayed or offered. If the lounge is too crowded in one place, politely asking the staff might result in access to quieter or more exclusive areas, especially for couples or families. And lastly, of course, don't miss out on all of the free offerings that come with your lounge visit. Look for all the free snacks, drinks, massage chairs, keepsakes, or even little samples like moisturizers or lip balms. Some lounges may allow guests to take snacks or bottled drinks to go for their onward journey, and these items can all be handy during your flight later on, especially on shorter flights without in-flight dining. Now, the worst thing you can do is go to the wrong lounge after all this hard work, so make sure you do the research beforehand. As we said at the start of the video, lounges vary significantly, so I usually recommend getting the Lounge Buddy app for this purpose. Lounge Buddy provides comprehensive information about airport lounges, including how to access them and where they're located in the airport. It also alerts you if any of your credit cards, elite statuses, or lounge memberships grant you access to a lounge for free, and it lets you purchase one-day lounge passes directly through the app, although currently this feature requires an American Express card to work. It's an incredibly useful app to have all this info on hand to quickly access before your flight. Now, personally, the main way that I access lounges is through my credit cards. If you have the right cards, you'll never travel without lounge access again, regardless of if you're flying in economy class or business class. Keep watching this video here to see the best credit cards for beginners, where I'll help you choose the best cards to get started with.